What's up guys, welcome to today's video. Today we're back with the Terrax one. Yesterday we did the Blade. Today with Terrax. And yeah, so you guys obviously know the crack of these so far. We'll talk about what nodes they've got, then we'll show some gameplay. And there will be short little guides just to help you through EOP if you're trying to do it. This is obviously here forever and has some quite nice rank 4/rank 5 rewards, so anyone who's sort of making their way through the game will want to see them. If you are new around here, please do subscribe. I'd massively appreciate it. On 537 subscribers at the moment. Anything above that is amazing. If you could get to 1,000, that would be an absolute dream come true, and I'd massively appreciate it. So if you are new around here, please do hit the subscribe button and like and comment just to let me know how you got on with this, how you found the left side. And then at the end of these, we'll be on the Nameless Thanos boss. So let's see what Terrax has. Node number 1, made of rubber. For each debuff on Terrax, the attacker ignores 50% of the damage they would take when striking him. So obviously Terrax has that rock field. It can do quite a lot of damage to you. If you've got a lot of debuffs on Terrax, then you will take less damage. So that could be armor breaks from Null. It could be Incinerates from Gallon. It could be bleeds from somebody like Black Panther or Nick Fury. There's a lot of debuffs that it could be, but it also could be debuffs like Taunt and Concussion and physical vulnerability from people like Mole Man and Overseer. Impending Extortion is another one. At the start of the fight, as soon as the defender has less than a bar of power, a 14-second timer is started. Pause during the defender's specials. If the defender feels a bar of power while this timer is active, it is removed. If the timer expires, the attacker is dealt a burst of damage equal to 50% of their max health. So that's, you take 50% direct damage if he doesn't feel a bar of power. So this basically means that every time he uses a special attack, you have to continuously hit him to get his power back up again. You can't back away from him, basically meaning that if you let the rock shield fall off him, you will take a lot of damage. So really it's about getting in there, getting in and dirty, basically. Get in with Hercules, get in with Kitty Pryde, get in with champ like Black Panther with lots of buffs, and basically try and put Terrax under as much pressure as constant and play super aggressive to avoid getting that 50% direct damage. Two other annoying ones are that his heavy attacks are unstoppable. As you can see, they're not interrupted. He has protection, so you do have to constantly knock him down. But when you do remove that protection, you do gain a Fury passive. Sorry, the protection isn't from a knockdown, it's from an intercept. So you want to be constantly dashing in, intercepting him, because linked with that dash vulnerability, he does take 200%. You do gain 200% increased attack when dashing into Terrax, whether that be an intercept or just dashing into him in general. So really you want to constantly be intercepting him as much as possible. And then finally we've got Special Delivery. He begins the fight with 15 combo charges. Each landed basic attack decreases combo charge by 1. So obviously you've got 15 hits the first special attack. Can't throw the same one twice in a row, otherwise you will suffer a passive degen. So it's just about really being careful of that. And then the final note on here, each time you leave his striking distance, he gains a power gain buff. So a good thing about this is if he is sat back and you're trying to let the rock shield fall off, he will gain power and you won't take that direct damage. But if he's close to you, then you will, and you're not building his power, then the Terrax will, you will take that direct damage, is what I'm basically trying to say. So really the key here is to play very aggressive, get lots of intercepts, lots of dash attacks to build up your attack, and do as much damage as you possibly can. You will see in my video I do use 3 or 4 revives, but the fight is only 3 minutes long. It's a very short fight, but if you are constantly dashing in and intercepting him to get rid of that protection, because you have that extra damage, and someone like Hercules absolutely shreds him. So let's jump into the gameplay, show you how I did, and then yeah, move on to the video after that. So as you can see from the gameplay, guys, we're starting this right from the beginning. So I've initially messed up that. There's the heavy attacks, so they are unstoppable. Here you want to just constantly be there. The protection leaves when you intercept, so you want to be dashing in and intercepting at all times. If you can do that, it gets the protection off. It also means you have that Fury. So you can see I'm really messing this up. I've clearly not read the nodes very well. I've just jumped straight into the fight, which is a bit of a problem because there's no intercept there. The protection is still on. So it is very difficult to to get the hang of it, but hopefully this video will help you guys out, and when you're first going, you can solo Terrax and save you some nice little revives. So SP2 is dexable. You can see there I'm going in with that that Fury on me now. I've got, because I've intercepted him, the protection is, or dashed, the protection is also off, so that is really, really key. But as I've stated quite a few times here, it is just about intercepting him, getting that protection off, and then while that protection is off, if you can put lots of debuffs on him, say you have an OG Black Panther that you've bought in and you're putting lots of bleeds on and you're constantly intercepting, you will end up doing some massive, massive damage. You'll see I've only had to do sort of 2 revives with Hercules here, and he ends up just shredding Terrax. As with the last video, I did quite a good job screen recording this, because obviously I've managed to get quite a long part of the video. In my opinion, I just think it really is, when you can, throw off your special attacks. Obviously a special 2 is always really nice with Hercules. When he's in the immortality, I wouldn't worry too much. Just keep trying to get your interceptions in, and then when you've got that Fury, you can just basically hammer it home with that damage. Try and throw as many SP2s as possible. Keep trying to charge your heavy attacks. Throw some special attacks, and you'll basically do quite a lot of damage. He is definitely soloable. You know, Kitty Pryde is another champ who's very good with this. Her phase means you don't take any of that rock shield damage. Although you're not putting any debuffs on to Terrax, you're still not taking any of that damage, and it can mean that you're sort of just, you're going in, phase in, as when that phase ends, dash out, dash in again. He's quite aggressive, so it is relatively easy to intercept him. It's just about timing it right. I'm pretty sure I time it much better in this video, where, okay, I mean in this clip, and I definitely didn't. There is what you want to do. You want to dash back, keep him aggressive. With Hercules is infuriate, it works really, really well, but once you get used to these fights, the tricky part is that once you get used to the fights, they're all quite simple, especially when you use Hercules. Obviously every fight is quite simple when you use Hercules. I don't want to sound like somebody who sort of doesn't know what they're talking about, but you know, every champ, it is a bit easier when you do use him, or you know, when you're using Hercules, but every fight is a little bit easier, and I do think this fight is one of those. You know, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and his health just does end up shredding so that even though it is about 600-700k. So hopefully this video has helped you out. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's given you all the information that you need, and that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support in these videos, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.